Hi everyone. Welcome to today's Powell 365 webinar. Before we start, can you please just let us know in the little chat box there that you can hear the sound okay, and that everybody can see the screen here, the Powell 365 with the Powell 365 logo. And as soon as I know that everything sounds good and you can see the screen, we'll jump right on into the presentation for today. Great. So great. Sound and video is good. Awesome. So we're going to jump to the next slide. Today, we're going to give you a first-hand look at Powell 365 for retail, for legal. So very first webinar for Powell 365 for legal, this is our latest verticalization, a collaborative content solution specifically for law firms. To introduce our speakers, I'm here with Antoine, the Powell Software US lead, and he's going to give you some very special insight into Powell 365 for legal. Antoine has spent several years working at Microsoft before actually joining the Powell 365 team. And then my name is Karina. I am the US Marketing Manager for Powell Software. And today I actually have the pleasure to introduce to you our special guest, Keith Powell, who is a Senior Productivity Solutions Specialist at Microsoft. And Keith has been at Microsoft for about 10 years now, and he's joining us from Chicago. Welcome, Keith.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. This should be a good time.
So yeah, today on the agenda, we're going to give you some background into our product, Powell 365, and then we're going to show you how we've aligned the general out-of-the-box solution to the legal industry. Antoine is actually going to do a demo of the collaborative content solution, and he's going to explain really how it meets these specific needs for law firms. Then we're going to conclude with a short Q&A session, so please do send your questions in the question box there, but note that we'll be answering them at the end with our conclusion. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how versatile Powell 365 is and how it takes Office 365 to the next level. With Powell 365, our objective is to help you make the most of your Office 365 investment. Within the Office 365 suite, there are great communication and collaboration features. However, end users, they can find them scattered or having them open in different windows, displaying in different ways, and it can become confusing and not very time efficient. So what Powell 365 does is it takes all of these rich features and brings them together into one single digital workplace. So here you can see all the different features, and then there you can see the single portal brought together. There's an example there to the left. So this digital workplace that you can see here actually would not have been possible in the past or without Office 365. To have this kind of platform, it would require very specific development. But Powell 365 is actually a ready-made intranet. Via our WYSIWYG designer, you can of course build and deploy a completely evergreen and pure cloud portal without any coding at all. You get to drag and drop the specific widgets that are aligned to your business needs and really connect with end users in a different way. The idea really is to push information towards the end user. We want to establish an easy-to-use environment that is attractive, of course, but also optimizes all of the Office 365 features for increased communication, collaboration, and productivity. And of course, we have different vertical scenarios that are, no matter where you are or on any device, are completely enabled for mobile employees. We have a powerful, responsive design, and you can use our solution on a desktop or a laptop or a tablet or a mobile device. Now, in a nutshell, Powell 365 has two main return on investments to offer you. First would be Office 365 implementation time and costs are actually significantly reduced, while Office 365 usage is significantly increased. With our WYSIWYG Designer, we cut down time and costs by a factor of 2 to 4. And then after deployment, we ensure a boost of Office 365 employee usage. On average, our clients see usage jump from 10 to 90%. Now, naturally, when you focus on end-user experience, employees are more attracted to the tools and therefore they use them more. This is not just with SharePoint Online, but of course with the other lesser-known tools like Yammer, Delve, and Office Video. This is just generally speaking. What we're going to do is actually dive in a little bit more deeper, specifically for the legal, sorry, I keep doing that, for the legal industry. So I'm going to hand it over to Antoine for that.
Yeah, thank you very much, Karina. And definitely, yes, we are talking about Powell 365 for the legal industry. And that is why actually we invited Keith Powell to this call. Not because of his name, but because Keith is actually based out of Chicago, and we set up this webinar with him, and we are happy to welcome some of his clients to this call. So thank you very much. I'm very excited to introduce Powell 365 for legal for the first time during a webinar. So what do we intend to do with Powell 365 for legal? We intend to offer a digital workplace for law firm professionals for them to better collaborate together within their internal teams, but also, if their Office 365 credentials allow it, with their customers as well. Okay. And the idea, and I will demo the solution just after this slide, it is to offer a compelling look and feel, an environment, a digital workplace that is intuitive and that make it easy for all employees in a law firm to manage all the repository of documents that they are working with. So the first focus, it is around document management, and we leverage the great SharePoint Online features around document management. But we have more than that. We also have collaborative features. The idea here, it is really to share feedback between teams, to ask questions to experts, to find any solution together in order to better serve the customers of the law firm. Finally, of course, this is an intranet portal. It means that all corporate information will be available for everybody. And a last feature that we have tried to highlight, it is the capability to find the right expertise at the right time. And we know that in this kind of companies, there is a strong specialization, and it is important to be to connect to the right people for the right topic. So that is, in a nutshell, what Powell 365 for legal can offer. And now I would like to jump to the demo environment. And here, as you can see, so I just connected to Office 365 and more specifically to Powell 365. And I land on a home page like this one that is branded the way I want. So this is actually the branding of my company with the logo of my company, with the colors of my company. And all that is based on Office 365 SharePoint Online. You know, I have this plus button here. If I click on this plus button, as you can see, this is Office 365 SharePoint. My name is, so this is a demo account, so my name is Jim Sand. And I have, I am an Office 365 login. I have an Office 365 login. I can hide or unhide Office 365. Here, for the purpose of this demo, we will hide it. And so I land on this home page with first a search bar that is very powerful. I will talk about that a little bit later on. But of course, we are leveraging the very powerful search capabilities of SharePoint Online and Office 365. And below the search bar, as you can see, I have a menu where I can see some information about my company, where I can access a document center, by legal areas, where I can access the different workspace by client. So this is a list of clients that I am in charge of, the different communities of expertise that I am interested in, and finally an access to an employee directory where I will be able to find the right people. Okay, it's important to understand that, for example, the communities that I can see here are the communities that I am part of. Everything is security trimmed. All the security, all the content is managed by Office 365. What we offer with Powell 365, it is a designer that Karina was talking about that enabled to create very easily this kind of navigation bar, this kind of theme, and also this kind of site template. So here this is a Sharepoint site template. With first, as you can see, there is this carousel of news that gives me some information about, some corporate information about my company. My apps enable me to go to external apps that are connected to my intranet portal. We also offer many different widgets, like for example this word clock that enable to see what time is it in the other offices of the firm. The next events are the next events related to my company. And my recent documents, these are the latest documents that I've been working on. And these documents are stored on OneDrive for Business, and they are retrieved using Delve. So here this is a connection to Delve. And if I click on the small button, see more here, I'm going to open Delve. So objective, it is not to replace Office 365. It is to help you make the most of Office 365, like Karina was saying. And it means that we are kind of a single pane of glass that will enable you, first of all, of course, to make the most of SharePoint, but also to get access to Delve, for example, here. And to the left, with the latest discussion, it is an access to Yammer. So here we are leveraging Yammer as an enterprise social network in order to enable people within an organization to better communicate together, to share information. Okay, so Yammer, SharePoint, Delve are some tools that we unify together, are some Office 365 features that we unify together in this homepage. But we also have our own widget, and we can also connect Powell 365 to RSS feed, like for example the public news here. Finally, at the bottom, you can, for example, see the latest videos that are available about some conferences or whatever. And here, so of course, you can directly run a video from here, okay? Or what you can also do here, if you click on the See More button, you're going to open Office 365 video, because once again, we are leveraging one of the many Office 365 features. So this is the homepage of this Powell 365 for legal solution. Now you really must have in mind that all that is completely configurable, and it is very easy for us to set up an environment that really fit your needs. In this demo environment, what we have done is that, for example, so we have we can demo how you can present some corporate information about the company. Here, for example, you have a map of the different offices, and this is another widget that Powell 365 offers, the possibility actually to look through a map at the different offices of a company. And then I would like to move further to the document center, where, so these are the three document centers that I have access to, because these are the three areas of expertise that I have. And as you can see, so in this document center, you can find the latest documents that have been updated in this document center. And then after that, and you will see that across all the pages of this digital workplace, we are leveraging the SharePoint Online document management capabilities. Here, so we have a document library that is pretty simple. We can, of course, with SharePoint, do much more elaborate processes. Okay, that actually we can see a little bit more about these elaborate processes if I click on a client workspace. So here, this is my workspace by client. As you can see, I am in charge of 2 clients, so that is why I only see 2 clients. All that, once again, is completely security trimmed. And so what you can see here, it is first a planning of the different projects that I have with this client. Then I have a discussion feed in groups. So group, it is another Office 365 feature that we can leverage with Powell 365, like Planner. So Planner, it is a tool that enables to manage tasks. And here, for example, so these are the different tasks that have been scheduled, that have been planned with this client. And I can directly manage this task from here. Okay. And as you can see, so in my team to work with this client, I have 3 people. I can, of course, manage, depending on my rights, who is in this team and so on. Okay. It is really a very collaborative solution. It means that here you can see that the main contact of this client is this person, and I can directly Skype this person from my portal, or I can actually send an Outlook email to this person. So objective, it is really to combine the communication and the collaboration features of Office 365 together. Finally, at the bottom, you have also a document library, a little bit more elaborate than the first one. As you can see, we manage status, draft, in review, publish. I would like to use this opportunity to say that we can also manage workflow with Powell 365. For example, here we have 2 Nintex workflows that are integrated in this portal. We have a leave request workflow. We have an expense request workflow. Here we are leveraging Nintex as a workflow provider because all this solution is based on SharePoint Online. So this is very easy to make the most of the different partners in the SharePoint ecosystem. Finally, I would like to show you how a community of expertise can look like. Once again, you can manage actually the members of this community of expertise. You can manage document libraries, but you can also manage media galleries. You can manage the latest, the most recent videos. And on the left, as you can see, there is a Yammer feed specifically about this area of expertise. The last feature that I would like to show you, it is the possibility to search any information you want. Okay, so of course, menu can be good, but sometimes this is not the best way to really find the information. It's very important to have a search engine that is powerful, and SharePoint Online provides great capabilities now on this matter. And so here, for example, so you can find the expert by keyword, by expertise. So for example, so if I click on asset management, you can see that Aude Ferreira is specialized on asset management. But also what you can do, for example, it is using, of course, this search bar. And for example, if I type private equity, okay, so you will see the different people who have private equity as skills. Here, actually, once again, we are leveraging Office 365. These business cards, as that you can see here, they come from Delve. Delve is now the people repository in Office 365. And we are making the most of Delve, and it is where the people can manage their skills, their area of expertise, their curriculum vitae, and so on. Okay, so that is an overview of the solution. All that actually can be built with a very powerful solution that is called Powell Manager, that I would like to show you really very quickly. Powell Manager, for the SharePoint experts, this is the tool where you will be able to configure your site templates, your page layout, your list template, your content types, where you're going to be able to manage your navigation bar, your themes, and after that, where you will be able to create your site collections. So we have made actually the design and the management of an intranet portal on Office 365 very easy. So I think that it's time to move forward because we only have a couple of minutes left. So what I would like actually to say, just to summarize about Powell Manager, and we are available anytime for a deep dive demo of Powell Manager, but this is really a very powerful WYSIWYG tool that can enable you to build this kind of intranet portal without any coding, without any custom development. What I have shown to you today is completely standard. There is no custom code. Finally, in terms of prices, I simply would like to highlight that we have a very competitive price and that it is much cheaper, much more competitive for a company to purchase Powell 365 than trying to develop this kind of intranet portal with custom development on Office 365 out of the box. For example, so for 500 users, this is a price of $1,000 per month. This is less than 1 day of a Sharepoint consultant in-house to work on your Office 365 platform. So we have a competitive pricing that I would like to highlight here. And now I hand over to Karina again for the conclusion.
Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in today. We're just going to conclude really quickly. Since our launch about a year ago, we've been able to help several different kinds of companies worldwide. Today, we have over 300,000 daily users who get to take advantage of Office 365 with Powell 365. And of course, our success continues with you, all of our listeners. So if you would like more information, a deep dive demo, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We can always provide a proof of concept, and then there's from there, it's very, very quick to deploy your very own customized Powell 365 intranet, be it for a law firm or for a retail chain or for a corporate company. So if we just hop to the next slide, you guys can see my contact information as well as Antoine's contact information. You have our website there as well, powell-365.com. And of course, please do follow us on Twitter. That's our handle there, @Powell365News. And what we're going to do now is just open up the floor to questions. I did see a few come through during Antoine's presentation. So we're just going to flip back and see. So first question from Matthew, when will this new site template be released for use in Powell Manager?
So they are already available for release. And when you access to Powell Manager, so you can find all these site templates. And you can use them as is, or you can tweak them. Or you can create your own specific site template. So Powell 365 for Legal is already available, and you can use it as of today.
Thank you, Matthew, for your question. If anyone else has a question, you can send it through the question box. We only have a few more minutes left here, so I just want to thank again Keith, who's still on the line with us.
Yeah. If anyone has any questions about the Office 365 at this point, let me know as well. Happy to help with that.
So we've got a question. Do you have any capability to pull in information from custom data sources, people groups, teams, SharePoint sites?
Yes. So first of all, Powell Manager is a very open platform, and you can build your own custom widget to access third-party solutions that would not be covered by Powell Manager as of today. Second, so we have actually a widget group, a group widget, sorry. So definitely we leverage groups actually that is becoming at the center of Office 365. So I can actually demo it further in another call, but we have a very powerful group widget that will enable you to make the most of groups in Office 365.
Thank you, Tori, for your question. All right, I don't see any other ones coming through. So at this time, I'd just like to thank every one of our listeners. Thanks for listening in today. And of course, tune in. Every month we do have Powell 365 monthly webinars. So keep an eye out for our next webinar. And thanks again.
Thank you very much, everybody, and get back to us for further information on Powell 365 and Powell 365 for Legal. And we can connect you to Keith as well if you want to have more information on Office 365. Thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.